Hey guys, it's Chloe here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So today guys, for this week I've decided to vlog. A lot has been going on and I haven't really had time to film an actual sit down video and film something for the channel. I was gonna try and finish off the doll custom video, but that's just not happened because of these events that is going on right now. Let me tell you a little old story. It starts Wednesday morning. My Wednesday. I get up, I get myself dressed for work, perfectly normal, perfectly fine. I go to check on the guinea pigs, and they're fine. Everything is all good, they're squeaking as normal, I feed everyone, everyone's happy, I go off to work. Come home from work for my lunch break from the pet shop, and I go upstairs to check on the guinea pigs, and I noticed that Pepsi was his eyes were just rapidly moving around, they were just darting around the room as if someone had grabbed him and spun him at a million miles an hour, and you know when you're dizzy and your eyes are going whoa. They were doing that, but rapidly, darting across the room like that. So I was like, okay, well that's not normal. So then I picked him up and his head fell like that on his side, and I was like, okay, this isn't normal. Picked him up, I set up the carrier, which he's in right now, and I put him in that. And I've never seen my guinea pig like this before. The amount of years I've owned guinea pigs, I've never had a guinea pig turn like this. Don't worry, he's not dead or anything. I'm hoping that this is just a little illness or something. But his head was on one side and he just didn't seem with it. He seems lost in a completely different world. And I've asked a number of different people who I know have owned guinea pigs in the past. They breed them and they, you know, they've kind of seen things like this before, and what we are assuming has happened is Pepsi has had a stroke, because his head's just on one side and he can't seem to lift it properly. Other than that, he's still himself. He's still eating, he's still taking drinks. Now the reason I'm up at 1 in the bloody morning is because I have to get up every few hours to make sure he's had some water, because the way his jaw is at the minute, he doesn't seem to have the strength on the one side to get the water out of a bottle, a normal guinea pig bottle. I'm using a normal syringe like that to, you know, put some water into him so he's got fluid going through his system and he's hydrated. But other than that, he seems fine. He's responding to his name, so I'm not sure whether it's a mild stroke or something. I don't want to say it is a stroke because I'm not an expert, which is why we're going to the vets today. It's today. We're going to the vets today to hopefully either get some answers or just get some sort of idea what's going on with him, because he's fine in himself. I mean, he will take veg from us, he will eat his pellets as normal. Water, he just can't seem to drink properly, so I don't know whether it's a tough problem here at the back of his mouth, or there's something wrong with his ears, or something. There's something going on in his head and it's not right, so it needs to be looked at. So that's where we're going today. Part of me is just I want to keep you guys in the loop, because I've seen how much you guys care for my boys, how much you cared for Gizmo when he passed away, and Pepsi is Gizmo's brother, so you guys seem to care a lot for my boys and you're always giving me advice and stuff on looking after them, and I appreciate it. I will show you him. He's not in a oh my god graphic type thing, but if it does upset you and you want to turn the video or skip it, do it, alright, because honestly, it is a little upsetting to look, because you're used to, like, guinea pig being all perky and happy and that, but I will show you him very, very briefly. Alright guys, so he's in here at the minute. He's got cotton wool on him in case his head, like, hits off to one side, like it keeps doing. Try and get him into the light. Okie dokie guys, so here he is, here's Peps. Our beautiful boy Pepsi. Now he's a little grumpy because I've got him out of his bed when he's trying to sleep. But can you see how his head's like tilted to the side? And he can't seem to like straighten it anymore. Like he tries to straighten it and it just stays at an angle. So I'm not sure if there's like an infection in his ear or something. I have checked as far as I can in his ears and they are clear and there's no sign of infection, but hopefully the vet can use a tool and, you know, look further down. I mean, his nails do need a bit of a trim. I will admit that. His nails do need a good trim, so we'll be doing that tomorrow as well. I would normally do them myself, but while he's at the vet's, they might as well do them for him. I mean, other than that, he's fine in himself. I mean, he's always been a quiet guinea pig, but he has been a little more mellow this past few days, so there is something going on here, so we need to have a little investigation. Morning guys, how you doing? So our appointment with the vet isn't until 2:30 this afternoon. Got a lot of stuff to do before his appointment. I've got to go with Harvey. I've got to go to the store and get some more cotton wool for him. Because he's used the house supply of cotton wool. Because the reason I'm using cotton wool, I wouldn't normally use cotton wool with my guinea pigs. We don't have enough towels to stick in with him and for him to use as something to go to the toilet with. So I put cotton wool on the sides and on the floor so he's got something soft, so if his head just, because he can't seem to control his head and his head just seems to sometimes make him fall over little bits, he's got something soft to land on and he's not going to hit his head off anything. But yeah, at the minute, he's a very quiet little man, as he usually is, but he is perky, which is a good sign. I like that sign. Hey guys, how you doing? So we're back from the vets now, and it isn't good news, guys. What the doctor believes it is either a laceration on the brain or he has had a stroke. The vet is leaning more towards a stroke, and he said either one of those things it is, there's not anything they can do. And they took his age into consideration as well because he is 2.5, and they said we can do these tests so we can give you a clear answer, but they cost like hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and I didn't think it was worth it personally. Not because I didn't want to spend money, it is not that at all. It is to do with the fact the vet said whatever result comes out, there's nothing we can do. We can just, if he's had a stroke, we can see if he recovers, if it's a laceration on the brain and it spreads and it gets any worse. He said the best thing we could do was put him down. Me and my mum made the joint decision of bringing him home and seeing what happens over the weekend. So Saturday, Sunday, and we'll include Monday in there as well, because this is the perkiest, guys, he has been, I'll tell you. And his head tilt is slowly like coming back to normal. So I'm hoping, I never thought I'd say this ever in my life, but I'm hoping that he's just had a mini stroke like the vet said, and he just needs time to recover, because he can have all the bloody time he wants and all the treats, because mummy loves you, alright? Don't make mummy make the tough decision, but if you need to go, darling, you go, yeah? If you feel it's your time, you go. But other than that, we're in your corner, aren't we? We're in your corner and we're going to fight with you. Because he still responds to his name, he still responds to food, and he still drinks, and he still eats his veg. He's just sleeping a lot more. So what the vet is thinking is the fact he's resting and his body is trying to recover from what's happened. So we're hoping that it is a little mini stroke that he's had, and this is just his body's way of coping and trying to recover. They said if it is a stroke, the head tilt might be a permanent thing, but it could get better in time. And I mean, his head tilt was literally down here on the floor. He literally had his head like that, like flat. Like, if this is the table, he had it flat on the table and wasn't moving it at all. This is the most he's had it up all week. So we're in your corner, aren't we, Peps? Fighting alongside you. I'm going to go now and set the other pen up because the vet said the cage is in at the minute with Benji and Rufus isn't suitable for him in case he falls down the ramp, something like that. So we're setting up the spare single tier cage, and we're going to put cotton wool around it so it's softer, so if he does bang his head on the side it isn't going to hurt. But yeah, we're just going to keep an eye on him, see what happens. Fingers crossed Pepsi will be alright, and worst case scenario is saying goodbye, which I don't want to do. Not to you, not to any of my boys. But yeah, my guinea pigs are like my children. Like, I don't know what it's like to have kids. Yeah. I'm not planning on having kids anytime soon, so the closest thing I have to feeling like a mother and being motherly is to my guinea pigs and to my dogs. And when the vet said there's not much they can do, I felt like I'd failed him, and I just felt absolutely rubbish about it. But hopefully you're going to prove the vet's wrong and he's not sentencing you to death, because you're going to kick its butt, whatever's going on, and you're going to be perky as ever, aren't you? Eh? Good little boy. But yeah, I will update you in a little bit when we're done. Okie dokie, guys, so here's Pepsi now. He's having some ready grass. Now, if you don't feed this to your guinea pigs, I highly recommend it, especially if you want to get their weight up there and you want to make sure they're fully fed up. Ready grass is sort of like a drier substance. It's grass, but it's slightly drier than fresh grass. But it is really good for your guinea pig. And Pepsi is just loving it. Aren't you, mister? And he's been very, very perky all evening, guys. So he's in his cage at the minute. So this is his cage at the minute. It's on my bed so I can keep an eye on him, because we were going to put it up here, but then we wouldn't be able to keep an eye on him and observe him. So he's on the other side of my bed, just so I can keep a good eye on him and, you know, keep my watchful gaze on my little boy, because I'm a mother and that's what we do. And so he's also got some curly kale here, and he's on some turf. This is like a rubber mat thing that if he pees on it, it's fine, because we'll just chuck it out. We're just looking for something comfy and slightly absorbent. We don't want it too absorbent, because we need to do like checks on his urine and his poop. So if the urine like gathers a little bit on here, we can see if it's cloudy or not. Hopefully it'll be clear. And we can also do poo samples. Like, this is very disgusting, I'm sorry. That's how normal his poo should be. That's how his poo should be. And at the beginning of the week, it was really, really, really skinny. Like, hardly anything was there. So that is a good sign right there. So hopefully he's on the mend, but I will keep you guys updated. And yeah, he's got cotton wool bed so that he doesn't hit his head. He's got cotton wool all the way around his cage here over the board, just so, because the way his head goes at the minute, it's so he doesn't bang his head and hurt himself, like I explained before. He's got his food bowl, some ready grass, and as minimal things in there as possible. He's got fresh water, I've just changed it, and he is actually drinking from the bottle himself now, which is good. He's actually got the strength now in his jaw, so we're hoping that that is the sign that he's on the mend. Like I said, guys, I will keep you posted on my Instagram and on my channel when I do videos in the future. But yeah, here he is, guys. You right, Peps? See? He's almost back to normal. If we can just get rid of that little head tilt, you'll be back to normal, won't you, darling? What do you like? Good night, my little prince. Mika?
Okay, you have a good night.
Are you watching Family Guy? Can you stop watching Family Guy, young man? Mika. Mika. Turn it off. You're far too young to be watching Family Guy.
Oh, thank God we made it in time. I didn't realize how far that awful hotel is from the Strip. The woman who cleaned our room had no...
Still?
I'm sorry, these tickets are invalid. What?
Mika.
They've already been scanned. I can't let
Turn it off. Okie dokie, guys, so I'm going to call it there for the vlog. If anything else happens, I will probably put it in as an update, or I will update you later on some of my social medias. Follow me on my Facebook page, I'll definitely update you on that, and my Instagram. Follow me on those, and you should see updates on there. All the links for all my social medias are down below. I'll try and keep you guys posted. Fingers crossed this is just like a little bump in the road and a little house scare, and you know, he actually doesn't need to say goodbye yet. You know, the way he's being at the minute is a good sign. He's being very perky, he's feeding himself now, and he's drinking for himself, which before he wasn't able to do with his jaw. So that's what we're hoping, that's like a sign that he's just had a stroke and his body just needs time to recover. Thank you guys so much for watching if you've made it to this part. I'm so sorry that it's not been an upbeat video, but I just haven't been able to focus on trying to make videos while he's been like this, and I've been trying my best to look after him. So I'm gonna try and get back to them as soon as I can. If you guys want to message me, or you want to send some nice words of positivity to Pepsi, message me on my Facebook page and I will sure to read them to Pepsi. And if you want to see that as a video, let me know and I'll do that. I will be more than happy to do that, because any words of encouragement for Pepsi would be very, very gratefully appreciated. I am trying to remain positive. My mum, my whole family, we're trying to remain positive at the minute, and we're hoping that this bump in the road, we can get past it. You know, we don't have to do the difficult decision. So guys, if you have enjoyed today's vlog, please leave a massive thumbs up. If you want to show some support to Pepsi, leave it down below in the comments, or message me on my Facebook page, Instagram, any of my social medias, and I'll be sure to read them to Pepsi. I'm sure you'd very much like to hear that you guys are in his corner as well. And guys, if you haven't yet already, please hit that subscribe button. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see all you beautiful people next Monday at 5 for another video. Bye bye.